so do my regular everyday friends, like Marnie. And if that's not enough, check out these rather jarring stats. The Browns' Week 1 record since 1999, 1-20-1. Meanwhile, Mahomes, a perfect 10-0 in September. So, Nick, odds stacked against your Browns, taking on your Chiefs. Not sure how many teams you can have, but that's not important. Again, do you expect Baker and the Browns to make a statement against Mahomes and the Chiefs?
No, I do not. And they're not my Browns. Just because, as we've discussed, I drip in objectivity on the show. I think they're going to be very good. So I say they're going to be very good. I have only one team. It happens to also be the team with the best player, and they're the best team. And they should be the two-time defending Super Bowl champs. But instead, they're the one-time defending Super Bowl champs. They'll get it back this year, the Chiefs. But we had a fact error on that screen, which I hate to do it to our guys. Those Mahomes numbers can't be right. Can we show Mahomes in September? It said 32 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Show his full number. That can't be right. I know he's... Oh, that's right? Oh, that's in his career? 10-0? 9 yards a pass? 124 rating? 32 touchdowns? 0 picks? Seems good. So no, I don't... This is what I think is going to happen. I think the Browns are going to come into Arrowhead and get their teeth kicked in. And it's going to be a good measuring stick for them to see how far they have to come. I think the Chiefs are going to win by double digits, and I'm going to have a bonus prediction, Wilds, and I want to throw it to you, my friend, because here's what happened. Sorry, Broussard, but I want to get Wilds' take on this because Wilds is, is someone that's done this before with me on the Chiefs. Because what happens with the Chiefs is they're so good early, they become uninteresting, and so then we create are they winning games by enough points? My prediction is it is when the Chiefs beat Washington in Week 6 to get to 6-0, but play them close. That's the blueprint game. It'll be right after Washington loses to the Chiefs, but it's like 20-17 in an ugly Chiefs victory. That's when we'll start Chiefs Blueprint Week, which is one of my favorite annual traditions of, blueprint's out. Here's how you stop Mahomes and company. Just wait for it. So no, Baker and the Browns, Wilds won't have a blueprint, and it'll be ugly because you have a motivated, angry, healthy, loaded Chiefs team. I think Browns second best team in the conference, but it's a big gap. So I'm excited for the game, but I don't think it'll be a compelling game.
Oh, well, here's the thing, Broussard. You know what Kevin Stefanski has? The blueprint. Because Bruce Arians laid out the blueprint in the Super Bowl, Todd Bowles. And remember, I'll do a Nick impression. Ready, Jenna? Do you like this one? I'm old enough to remember, literally yesterday, when we did a segment on, hey, what NFL records could be broken? And your old buddy Nick Wright said, ooh, what about Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett coming off the line. He's averaging a sack a game. And then he got hit with COVID and he went down. And also, guess who else is there? Jadeveon Clowney. I can't quit Jadeveon Clowney. But, Week 1, you're in now. You're in the vice grip now because they're playing your Chiefs. And you know that the last game you lost, Mahomes and Ndamukong Suh getting punched in the head. So, but you know what the blueprint week came early, my friend. We still got it. So I think I could see the Browns coming out, the Browns defense specifically, coming out and putting a little pressure on Mahomes. I could see the Browns pulling off an upset.
Nick, I imagine you want to respond to that because he did sun you on that.
No,
so
I want to hear you.
Want to defend that?
I want to hear you. No. Myles Garrett will have a great season. No, Myles Garrett will have a great season, but it'll start in Week 2. Maybe I'll have one sack on Sunday when they're down by 17. But no. The Myles Garrett take is not in conflict with the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs take, for the record. But go ahead, Broussard.
Well, let me say this. All those numbers you guys threw up to support Nick's take, they mean nothing. Yeah. Freddie Kitchens isn't coaching. Hugh Jackson isn't coaching. I don't even remember who their quarterbacks were. Tyrod Taylor and the like. None of those guys are here. This is a new regime from the front office to the coaching staff to the roster. So you can throw those numbers out. I think they've actually lost 16 straight openers. Throw it out the window. And throw Kansas City's out the window, too. Because as Wild said, now everybody is more prepared to play the Chiefs. Now, I'm not going against the Chiefs. I'm just saying, like, Nick's acting like they're just going to roll over the Cleveland Browns. No, this will be a nail-biter, Nick, This is going to be a lot like what we saw last night. And I don't mean Cleveland will outplay Kansas City but lose. I mean after this game, when Kansas City wins, I'm picking them to win, but we will be looking at the Browns saying, they're tough. And I know everybody thinks they're going to be tough already, but the Browns will leave the game feeling like we can beat them, and everybody else watching will be feeling like they might beat them. They might beat them. So the Browns are going to play them tough. I think that will be the statement, but they won't beat them.
The Browns are an excellent team, but they are not going to come into Arrowhead and make it close. They were getting beat up last year in the playoff game against the Chiefs until Mahomes went down. And yes, there is a blueprint on how to slow down the Chiefs' offense. It involves Patrick Mahomes playing on one foot. That's just a forgotten storyline. He had massive surgery in the offseason because he got injured in the Browns game after already being injured prior to the Browns game, and that's what happened in the Super Bowl, and have the Chiefs have a CFL caliber offensive line. If those things happen, you can beat them. Unfortunately for the league, those things aren't the case right now. Mahomes is healthy. The offense is healthy. They have a rebuilt offensive line. I think the Browns are an excellent team. This isn't shade on the Browns. But prior to the Super Bowl, the Chiefs with Mahomes had won 25 of 26 games. Beating the Chiefs was such a big deal that the team that did it, I think they're hanging a banner in their new stadium. I know they took victory laps around Arrowhead before their season went off a cliff after those victory laps. Like, we've seen this team with a healthy Patrick Mahomes and a healthy offensive line lose once in 22 months. Once. The idea that the Browns are going to make it close, no. You know who will make it close, Jenna? Teams later in the year when the Chiefs are bored. Those people will make it close. And this isn't me being a homer. This is just a cogent.
Why wait? You know, I mean, they drafted my replacement, so let him play if that's what you want.
Spoiler alert, that is what Nick is growing his hair to look like, and I kind of love it. Back here with Roger's former favorite target, Greg Jennings. Greg, you excited to watch this interview with your quarterback on Sunday?
I got a feeling this is going to be pretty spicy. He's in the point in his career where he's going to speak truth and speak his mind, and I think we're going to hear some stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we've been getting a lot of that from Aaron Rodgers lately, so definitely looking forward to that. All right, moving on to Tampa with the defending champs hosting the Cowboys opening night. Bucks and boys, Tom and Dak. For Brady, his 300th regular season start. For Dak, returning from 2 injuries, not 1. And these 2 quarterbacks did not disappoint. Brady finished with 4 touchdowns, while Dak threw for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns himself. But this game came down to one final drive. Here we go. Check it out. Bucks down 1, under a minute to go. Brady finding his old buddy Rob Gronkowski 20 yards to get into Cowboys territory. Shortly after, Brady connects with Chris Godwin for 24 yards to get into field goal range. Questionable non-call. Ryan Suckup drilling the 36-yarder to seal the win. 31-29, close one. Oh, says Mike McCarthy. Oh, I wish I made all the right decisions. An incredible ending to an amazing opening night. Bucks pull out the very close win. Here is Brady after the game on doing the right thing at the right time.
The important part about the last drive of the game was, you know, we executed some really good plays at the right moment, and it was great to see. It's going to give us a lot of confidence.
Oh, there was no doubt we were going to go win the game. With him, it's just who was going to make plays, and guys up front did a hell of a job protecting, and guys went and got open.
There's plays that we left out there that could have resulted in touchdowns, and it's game 1. It's a long season, but we've got to make sure that we get better from this one and allow this to be to propel us.
Hey, Greg, did last night say more about Tom Brady and the Bucs or about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I'll say this. It said a lot about the Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys, but I think it said more about Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the reason why I say that is because when you win a Super Bowl, you obviously know that all other 31 teams are targeting you. Every single game that you play an opponent, you're circled on their sheet. And so with them coming out, yes, they showed some rust, they showed some inconsistent plays, but they found a way to win. And ultimately in week 1, you're going to see some unscouted looks, some things that you're not prepared for offensively as well as defensively, and they found a way to get it done. Tom Brady, at the age of 44, we heard him say this about he's going to play as long as he feels like he can win a Super Bowl. He can still win a Super Bowl playing the way he played last night. The first half, he was lights out, and those interceptions, they weren't on him. He had some throws that he wants back, but this team looks really good defensively. I'm not concerned. They will get better. They will get pieces back. I like the Bucs.
Greg, here's my